forward. We are so fortunate to have with us Robert Kennard, director. Elise Pearlstein, who is the producer. And incredibly pleased to have with us Schlosser.
We started out making a film about food, but began to realize when we followed Eric to Sacramento and the hearing on cloned meat, and when that representative said, you know, we don't think the consumer should have this kind of information on the label because it's just too confusing, we realized this is not really a film about food. It's a film about the environment, it's a film about worker and animal abuse, it's a film about our health, and it's a film about our rights. And what's, I think, really been exciting since the film has come out is that it's really playing into a growing movement, and it's almost like the civil rights movement. It's about all of these issues, and it's about rights, and it's about our ability to speak freely. And it seems to be an active participant, really vibrant groups happening on college campuses, and hopefully it will spread, and it will spread to Washington to create a fair and balanced playing field where the carrots will be as cheap as the chips, and everyone will be able to afford good food. I mean, the fact is, I think one of the things that happened with the release of the film, and one thing that helped the film, was that we came out just after Obama was elected and after healthcare became a big issue. And the fact is, you can't really have healthcare until you fix the food system, or we can't afford the healthcare we're going to have until you fix the food system. There was a report that came out yesterday, $150 billion a year goes toward foodborne illness. So, and then obviously diabetes, that statistic, 1 out of every 3 Americans born after the year 2000 will have early onset diabetes. I think the great challenge is if healthcare were paying for this food system, I think we could correct it in a day. Unfortunately, they're making money off of this food system, so there's really no incentive.
Well, In-N-Out Burger has its own processing plants, and they're smaller than the really big ones. So you're probably less likely, but I go to In-N-Out Burger, but it's not because of a food safety thing. It's because I like their burgers and their quotes from the New Testament on the cups. So you're just not going to find a perfect thing at all. And unfortunately, in the film, there was some very disturbing footage of cows being taken into a slaughterhouse with forklifts. And these cows were downer cattle that were unable to walk. And that was a processing plant that was selling some of its meat to a number of companies, one of them being In-N-Out. So that was a real disappointment. But on the whole, in the fast food industry, and I'm not a paid spokesman, I think that In-N-Out really does try the hardest and is, reliant on, fresh, frozen, unprocessed foods to the most extent possible. But it's not health food, and if you're worried about E. coli, you just really need to make sure your meat is cooked well.
Well, when is it? March 12th, there's the first hearing in Des Moines investigating the antitrust, anti-competitive nature of Monsanto. And the Department of Justice is investigating them right now. So I think we should follow that story. There's also an organization called the Center for Food Safety. You can go to their website. They are litigating against Monsanto. They've got, they're supporting the farmers that are being sued, and there are a lot of things you can do with them as well.
Our great award will be the antitrust case against Monsanto. Better than any piece of metal we can get.
That's really all we have time for. I'm so sorry we could be here all day. Thank you guys so much.